a moment to ground into the day, come into this space. Take some time here to arrive in our short little practice together. Take a big, deep breath in and a deep breath out. And keep the hands connected together in front of the heart now, the thumbs pressing into the heart. With the eyes closed, take a big, deep breath in to invite an intention for your day. This might be a positive phrase or quality or a thought of how you would like your day to go. As you invite your intention into your practice, take a full breath now in and out, sealing your intention within. And then blink the eyes open. Bring the hands now to the hips and then widen the feet just a little bit wider than hip width distance apart. Ground into the feet. On your next inhale, bring the arms out and up and feel the palms touch overhead. Look up with the gaze. And then as you exhale, bring the hands down to the heart. Do that 2 more times. Inhale, lengthen all the way up. Hands extend up, fingertips reach to the ceiling. Exhale to bring the hands to the heart. 1 more time. Inhale, reach the arms up, lengthen through the sides of the body. Feel the fingertips lift to the ceiling. And then exhale to bring the hands to the heart. So we'll go through a pretty gentle, easy practice today. Just want to get the body moving. We're probably sitting a little bit more, whether you're working from home, sitting in front of a desk, or whether you're sitting on the couch a little bit more, on our phones, watching TV, whatever it is. I'm probably sure we're not moving as much as we normally are. So now bring the feet hip width distance apart, hands back to the hips. And then as you root the heels into the floor, lift up through the sternum, but do not jet the ribs out. Feel the hip points in line over the ankles. And then now start to tighten the core. And then I just want you to keep the feet rooted in, but start to rotate and twist through the torso. Feel the ankles getting some blood flow. Feel the hips, the chest. And then release the hands and start to get full flow through the arms. Do this really gently though. Be mindful of what's going on through the low back and the body. Take 2 more breaths here, maybe opening up a little bit more. And then we'll pause and come back to center. I want you to keep the ears in line with the shoulders. And as you extend the heart forward, the chin is slightly tucked so that the back of the neck is long. Feel the booty reach back as well. So reach the heart forward. Feel the weight come into the toes. And then feel the sternum pull into the back of the heart. Collarbone moves away from the chin. And the core is engaged to protect the low back. Take 1 more breath in. And then as you exhale, you're going to gently begin to walk the hands all the way down, coming into a full forward fold. Pause here. Maybe grab onto opposite elbows and sway from side to side. But then notice if you're holding on to tension in the neck and shoulders. And we might do this from, looking at our phones a little bit more or being on the computer. So soften the shoulders away from the ears. And then feel the weight roll into the toes. And then can you sway from side to side? Give your head a few shakes, yes and no. And then take a full breath to come into stillness. As you roll the weight into the toes, feel the heart come a little bit closer to the front of the thighs. And then take a full breath to settle here. Can you let the spine decompress naturally? And then we'll release the fingertips all the way to the earth. Walk the feet hip width distance apart. As you inhale, bring the hands to the shins again. Reach the heart forward. Soften the shoulders away from the ears and pull the shoulder blades together behind the heart. As you exhale, pull the navel to the spine, hinge all the way forward. Let's do that one more time with a flat back. Inhale, walk the hands forward. Give the body time to get there and to settle. And then exhale, forward fold. Navel comes towards the spine, chin towards the chest. Bring the arms out to a T. Bend the knees. Inhale to rise all the way up. Palms touch overhead. Look up. And then exhale to bring the hands to the heart. Close the eyes. Remember your intention. Take a big, deep breath in and a full breath out. One more full breath here. And then let's take a couple of half sun salutations a little bit quicker with the breath. As you inhale, sweep the arms out and up, palms touch. Exhale to lead with the heart, dive forward all the way down over the thighs. Release the hands to the floor. Inhale, hands come to the shins. Reach the heart forward. Exhale, forward fold. Arms out to a T. Inhale to rise all the way up. Palms touch overhead. Exhale, hands to the heart. Again, inhale out and up. Palms touch. Exhale, lead with the heart. Dive over the thighs. Take the entire breath to fold forward. Inhale, hands to the shins, flat back, heart reaches forward. Exhale to forward fold, navel towards the spine, fold over the thighs. Bring the arms out to a T. Inhale to rise all the way up. Look up as the palms touch overhead. Exhale to bring the hands to the heart. Close the eyes. Notice the subtle movement and changes that you can feel within. Take one more breath, breathing into your intention. And a full breath out. Release the hands now to the hips. And as you ground into the feet, I want you to feel all of the weight coming into the right foot. So feel the weight into that right leg. Lift the left, find your balance and lift the left knee in line with the left hip. Flex the foot. So we want to find balance first in this right leg. Ground through the right foot, lift up through the right thigh. Use the sternum to get tall through the chest. Soften the shoulders away from the ears. And then you're still mindful of this left knee, making sure it's in line with the left hip, a flex in the left foot. Keep rooting into the right foot. You can always use a wall to balance, a chair, something that's nearby. But find a focal point in front of you to gaze at so that you can use that as your drishti to balance even deeper. Take one more breath in and a full breath out. So you can choose to stay here, just rooting into this right foot, or we'll come into tree pose and bring the left foot above or below the right knee. So make sure it's not on the knee joint. And as you press the foot into the thigh, lift up through the heart. The belly button should still be pointing forward. Be careful not to open up through that left leg so much, that left knee. Point it slightly forward, almost like you're pointing it towards the left corner of the mat. Hands are going to start at the hips to find our balance. Soften the shoulders from the ears and keep pushing the thigh into the foot and your foot into the thigh. Take one more breath here, steady balance. And then choose if you want to stay here or maybe you begin to add the arms. Interlace the fingers if that feels good. Grab onto the wrists. Do whatever feels good to find your balance and then return back to your breath. Make sure you're not holding the breath. Feel the torso getting a little bit taller. Lengthen through the sides of the bodies, through the ribs. And then soften the shoulder blades down the back. Keep rooting into the right foot. Lift the fingertips up towards the ceiling. Take one more breath. Take one more breath in to lengthen. And then as you exhale, you'll bring the foot down to the floor and the hands to the heart. Close the eyes. Notice how the right leg feels in comparison to the left. And then if you have the eyes closed, keep them closed and bring the weight now into the left foot. Don't lift the right foot off the earth yet, just balance and ground into the left leg. Lift the right knee now up in line with the right hip, flex the right foot. You can bring the hands to the hips, root into the left foot and lift through the sternum, but be careful that the shoulder blades or the tops of the shoulders don't reach to the ears, that you bring the shoulders down the back. Lift through the sternum, find your breath and your drishti. Take one more cycle here to root into the left leg. And then now choose to stay here, or maybe you bring the right foot to the inside of the left leg. Press the foot into the thigh and equally press the thigh back into the foot. The right knee is pointing towards the right corner of the mat. Engage the core to lift the sternum and then find your breath once again. Soften the shoulders down away from the ears. Take a full breath. Maybe decide now if you want to add the hands to the heart or extend them up to the ceiling. Once you find that sweet spot, take a full cycle of breath to settle. Take one more breath to lengthen. And then as you exhale, the foot will come to the floor and the hands will come to the heart. Close the eyes. Feel the thumbs pressing into the sternum. Lift through the center of the chest. Now notice that balance that you have brought to both legs. Take a full cycle of breath. Blink the eyes open. Hands come to the hips. Keep the right foot forward, but take a big step back with the left foot. Come onto the ball of the left foot. You're going to come into a high lunge or a crescent pose. So the left heel is lifting up towards the ceiling. Feel the hips in line with one another. So sometimes we start to favor and the hips come out of line while favor one side. So see if you can pull that right hip back, making sure it's in line with the left hip. And then you'll root into the ball of the right foot, root into the heel of the right foot. And as you find that balance, make sure that the right knee is over the right ankle. Lift up through the heart. Back leg is nice and firm, so feel the back of the hamstring lifting up towards the ceiling. It's okay to maybe keep a slight bend to start in that left knee as the hamstrings start to open up. But as you feel the opening in the hamstring, you can firm through the thigh. Keep the core engaged. This is going to help protect the body. And then make sure you're not holding the breath. Breathe nice and freely here, in and out of the nose. Soften the muscles in the face. Make sure you're not tensing through the jaw. And think about it. Are you leaning the head forward from texting? Can you bring the head back, ears in line with the shoulders, and then also feel the shoulders in line with the hips? Reach the heart forward. Hands can now come to the heart. Take another full breath here. Keep lengthening the torso up. Legs are nice and firm. Both of the weight is evenly distributed in both feet. And then now let's lift the arms up towards the ceiling. Grab the right wrist with the left hand. Inhale to lengthen a little bit higher. And as you exhale, lean over to the left, away from the bent knee. Soften through the right shoulder. Feel the length across the right side of the body. Take another full breath here. And then you'll inhale to come back to center. Switch wrists. Grab the left wrist with the right hand. Inhale to find length. And then you'll use the exhale to lean over to the right side. Soften through the left shoulder. Find your breath and settle here. Take one more cycle. And then use your inhale to come back up to center. When you exhale, bring the hands to the hips, straighten through the front leg. And then you'll step that back foot in so that the back heel can come comfortably down to the floor. Both of the hips are pointing forward, straighten through the legs, lengthen through the torso. As you inhale, inhale to lengthen the torso, and then as you exhale, you're going to lean forward. Hinge all the way forward. Tuck the chin towards the chest. Reach the heart forward. Maybe use your block or your prop if you need to here, and then see if you can settle. Ears should be in line with the shoulders. Reach the heart forward. Right hip is going to press back so that the hips stay in line with one another. Take one more cycle of breath here. And then you can choose if you want to hinge over that front thigh. If you hinge all the way forward, feel the right hip still pressing back. And then can you soften and release the heart all the way towards the thigh? Tuck the chin slightly so you get long through the back of the neck. Take one more full breath here. And then put a slight bend in that right knee. Use your inhale to come all the way back up, coming back up into our high lunge. Hands can come to the hips. Take a full breath in and a full breath out. Step the left foot forward to meet the right. Ground into both feet. And again, notice the difference between the legs. Step the right foot all the way back. Come to the ball of the right foot, and you'll press into the ball of the left foot. Hands come to the hips. Reach the heart forward. The navel's pulling towards the spine to engage the core. Lift up through the center of the chest. Take another big, deep breath in and a full breath out. One more cycle of breath here. Keep that back leg nice and firm, right heel lifting up towards the ceiling, left knee over the left ankle. Inhale to extend the arms, now right alongside the ears. Soften the shoulder blades down the back. Bring the ribs into the back of the body so that they're not jutting forward. Keep the core engaged, navel pulls towards the spine, and that's going to help protect the low back. Take one more breath here. And then you're going to grab the left wrist with the right hand. Inhale to lengthen. As you exhale, lean away from the left knee. Soften through the left shoulder. Take one more breath here. Inhale to come back to center. Switch wrists. Lengthen to the ceiling. Exhale to lean over to the left. Soften through the right shoulder. Keep the core engaged. Find your drishti. Take one more cycle of breath here. As you inhale, come back to center. Extend the fingertips up. Look up. Exhale to bring the hands down to the heart. Pause here. Keep rooting into the ball of the left foot. Hands come to the hips. Step the back foot in now so that the heel can come comfortably to the floor. Straighten through the left leg. Make sure both of the hip points are pointing forward, and then you'll inhale to lengthen through your spine. Keep the chin slightly tucked. As you exhale, hinge forward. Use your block if you need to. Keep the left hip pulling back so that the hips stay in line with one another. Feel the ears in line with the shoulders. Soften the shoulders down the back. Take one more full breath. And then you can choose to stay here or hinge all the way over the left thigh. Round the back, chin comes towards the chest. Try and keep the hips in line with one another. Root into both feet evenly. Take another full cycle of breath here. Use your inhale to come back to center. Put a bend in the front knee. Extend the arms up to the ceiling. Bring the hands to the hips. Ground into that back foot. Use your inhale to step the back foot forward to meet the left. Hands stay at the hips. Close the eyes. Ground into both feet. And then just notice that subtle energy that you are creating with inside the body. Notice where your attention is going. Soften the muscles in the face. Hands come to the heart. Take a full cycle of breath, once again honoring and remembering your intention. Release the hands to the hips. Now come all the way down to the floor. Come to the tops of the shins. Tops of the feet are flat onto the floor. Sit back onto the heels. You can also use your block if you need to in between the heels to sit on, just to lift the floor up a little bit higher. As you stack the sit bones onto the heels, bring the hands to the tops of the thighs. Lift through the center of the chest. Take a full cycle of breath here. And then notice if the ribs start to jut out, can you bring everything in line over the heels? So feel the hips over the heels, the shoulders over the hips, and then the ears somewhere in line with the shoulders. Core is still engaged here, and you're lifting through the heart. Take another full breath. As you inhale, sweep the arms out and up. Interlace the fingers and press the earth away with the palms. Palms press up to the ceiling. And then you'll take an inhale to find that length. As you exhale, lean over to the right. Soften the left shoulder. Take a big full breath in. And as you exhale, you'll release the hands down to the floor, coming into a twist. Right hand comes behind the body. Left hand comes to the top of the left thigh. And you'll inhale to find length through the sternum. Use your exhale to gaze back towards the right shoulder. Pull the navel towards the spine. Release and soften the left shoulder away from the ear. Take another full breath. Use your inhale to come back to center. Interlace the fingers, press the palms away. As you exhale, lean over to the left side. Continue to soften through the right shoulder. Ground through the right side of the body. Take one more full breath. Then use your exhale to twist all the way now to the left side. Right hand comes to the top of the left thigh. Use the left hand to lift through the center of the chest. As you exhale, twist and gaze over the left shoulder. Take one more full breath, softening the right shoulder away from the ear. And then you'll use your inhale to come back to center. Extend the fingertips up to the ceiling one last time. And then exhale to bring the hands to the heart. Keep the eyes closed. Big, deep breath in. And a full breath out. And then you'll come forward. Tuck all 10 toes here. Make sure you get the baby pinky toe under, and then let's stack the spine once again. So since we're sitting maybe a little bit more, the bottoms of the feet might not be getting as much love. So feel the backs and the bottoms of the feet, the arch is stretching. Stack the spine, get heavy into the hips and the sit bones onto the heels. Lift through the heart. Relax the muscles in the face. Take a full cycle of breath to settle here. And then you'll come forward onto the hands and knees. Tap the tops of the feet onto the floor. And then you'll root into the palms. Close the eyes. As you inhale, lift the heart up towards the ceiling, tailbone back for cow pose. As you exhale, round the back, chin comes towards the chest, navel to spine, cat pose. Inhale to lengthen the heart forward, tailbone back. Exhale to round. Navel comes towards the spine. One more time. Inhale, find length into the heart. Exhale, spread the shoulder blades, chin towards the chest. Press back into child's pose now. You can stack the palms flat if you would like. You can extend the fingertips out along the sides of the body or bring the arms along the sides of the body. Take a few moments here to soften and to let go into your pose. Take one more full round of breath. And then let's rise up. Try and keep the eyes closed if you can. You're going to come into a comfortable seated position. Have the palms face up. Close the eyes. Take this moment now to end our practice, coming back to our intention. Think about how you want the rest of your day to go. Think about a smile being on your face the entire day. And then you'll bring the hands together in front of the heart. And I hope that you continue moving the body every day. We need to take the opportunity to move at least 30 minutes a day. And it's up to each one of us to make that happen. And I thank you for joining me today. And I hope you have a good rest of your day.